Hello and welcome to a Geodik tutorial. My name is Janine Hilden, I'm an application engineer at Math4Market, and in the following video I will show you how easy cloud computing is with Geodik 2023. Run a single simulation on a current structure in the cloud, or prepare a complete parameter study locally with GeoPy and then send it to the Geodik cloud. I will demonstrate this with a short example. After loading or generating a structure in Geodik, we can simply click Run in Cloud for the desired simulations. I will show it to you with Diffodict. Diffodict computes tortuosity and molecular diffusion for the structure loaded in Geodict. Once your username and password are entered, the cloud dialog opens. Select a meaningful case name, for example, my first Geodik cloud project. The project name is always the name of your current Geodik project folder, which for me is tutorial. Next, we select a machine for our run. We have here machines with different amount of cores and memory. The cloud usage is priced per virtual CPU hours per hour. The more powerful the selected machine, the more virtual CPU hours are consumed per hour. Let's select this machine here, with 8 cores and 32 GB RAM. A gigabyte is a unit used in computers. 1 GB corresponds to 1024 to the power of 3 bytes. Then just click Run. For the moment, we can just close the project status dialog here. We will investigate the results when the simulation is finished. We can open it at any time to check on the project status. For this, up here select Macro and then Geodik Cloud Projects. For an exemplary parameter study in the Geodik cloud, let's evaluate how different area loadings and binder content will influence the performance of a battery. I will create a B-model cathode with a GeoApp, which is included in Geodik 2023. Then we calculate the effective ionic diffusivity and effective electronic conductivity of the generated cathode. For the parameter study, I prepared a macro by recording these steps. The desired area loading and binder amount for an NMC cathode are defined as variables in the Geodik macro, as we can see here. To learn more about macros, watch our GeoPy workshops linked in the video description. To run the parameter study, select Macro, execute macro script. This is the macro execution control. Select the macro for the parameter study and check the vary box to enter multiple values for each parameter. Then click on Parameters. In this example, the macro contains variables for the area loading and the binder amount of the NMC cathode. I want to test different loadings, here 1.9, 2.0 and 2.1. For 2 different binder amounts, 5 and 10. That makes 6 simulation runs in total. After setting the parameters, just click Run in Cloud. Again, we choose a case name. Let's call it Video Tutorial Parameter Study. Our macro will generate the structures for the simulations itself, so we deselect Upload Current Structure. Down here, find a table with all parameter combinations for our Geodik Cloud run. All our 6 cases will run in parallel on 6 different machines. I'm now happy with my cloud setup and simply click Run. Now, the active cloud projects are shown in a dialog. We find the status of the complete project, and if we unfold it, also for each case. We have now 7 cases, 1 for our Diffodict simulation from before, and 1 for each parameter combination of our macro. First, the machines must be started, as we can see in this status comment. To update the current status, just click Refresh. When the simulation is running, the statement Simulation Running is displayed. At all times, we can observe the cost of the simulation run until now in virtual CPU hours. We can terminate the simulations at any time with this button down here. When the simulations are finished, the results are archived And then the status turns green case after case when they are completed. The last thing to do is downloading the results. For this, just click Download Results. And here we can select which files we want to download. I will simply download all and click OK. Then I can choose a folder where my results should be placed. I will call it Cloud Results. Now we can post-process the results as needed to gain our insights on the parameter's influence. For example, we can inspect the GDR files in Geodict, or create plots from the results, or visualize the result fields in 3D, or whatever you want to do with them. This is the end of this video tutorial. I showed you how to run a parameter study in the Geodict Cloud and how to download your results. To gain access to the Geodict Cloud, contact our support. Find the email address in the video description. If you found this tutorial helpful, please check out our Math the Market channel for more Geodict videos. Goodbye!